They say it takes a village to raise a baby. They say a lot of things like that. And occasionally, it startles you awake, asking yourself something along the lines of, am I the village or the baby? You crave the answer like the glass of water in your nightstand. You gulp the whole thing down in fear that your baby days have long since passed you by without you knowing, without you appreciating, maybe somehow without you entirely. You contemplate throwing a tantrum in public to see if that satisfies.
I'm the main character of my own story. The other characters that I meet are here to help me, not hurt me. There are no antagonists in my story. Not every storyline will be exciting, but they will be mine. And I will have a happy ending. So if I'm not happy, it's not the end. I'm the main character of my own story. There are no antagonists. The stories are mine. I will have a happy ending. If I'm not happy, it's not the end. I'm the main character. Nothing can hurt me. Everything is mine. I'm going to be happy forever. Well, you know what they say, the early bird gets the worm. It's weird. I don't really even know why I do this. I don't even like them.
Sorry, what?
I said I don't like worms.
That's fair, I don't really either.
But I always have to get up early to get it.
Oh?
Yeah. So, you'll excuse me. Or did you already get the worm?
Nope.
Alright then. So I'm just going to...
It's a metaphor, I think.
What?
You know, I don't really think there's a word that you have to go and get every morning. It's meant in a metaphorical sense. You know, a metaphor. You're not a bird, so.
Right.
Well, don't cry over spilled milk, you know?
What?
Don't cry over spilled milk.
I'm not. I was just confused. Because we were... I thought we were talking about worms, and I didn't even... I'm lactose intolerant. I don't know. Sorry, what?
All I'm saying is don't get that out of shape, yeah?
Okay.
Don't care what anyone else thinks. Don't care what they say.
Oh, yeah. Surprise! Oh my God, Praneeth! What is it?
Well, we don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but...
Oh, it's a cat.
No, it's just,
Another metaphor.
no, more like a little turn of phrase, like an idiom.
There's no comparison. Not a metaphor. So, are you going to guess the surprise or not?
I would know. Okay, I already guessed cat.
Guess something else.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Is it, I really don't know. All I can think of is cat. Is it that cake?
No, put the cakes for later.
Give up.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't know that was an option.
It's a horse!
What did you say, a horse?
Yeah, the surprise is a horse.
No.
I said it wasn't an option before.
Oh,
Giving up.
got it.
Are you going to say thank you? For the horse.
Oh, yeah, for the horse, of course. Thank you. No, it's just that I wasn't really planning on looking your horse in the mouth, so the question caught me off guard.
You just seem like you might look the horse in the mouth, I mean.
And hey, it's your horse now.
Right. And thank you again. The horse died.
I'm sorry. What happened?
Well, I went backstage and the horse is just standing there. I don't really know much about horses. They kind of freak me out. I thought it might be thirsty. I don't know what horses like. So I led it to some water.
Oh. Yeah. Horses don't really like when you feed them to water and then expect that they'll drink it. It's the whole thing. Presumptuous. I mean, people say that. You really haven't heard that before?
No. Do you think that's what killed it?
Did you look it in the mouth?
Well, its mouth was kind of at eye height, so I couldn't really not look it in the mouth, and I kept thinking about you saying not to, and it kept really making me want to. I mean, I wasn't like getting in there. Does that kill horses?
It's very rude. Does that insult to injury?
So, I was just being mean?
I mean, a little.
Yeah. So now that you've killed the horse, if you could just refrain from beating it, that'd be great, right?
What?
Don't beat the horse you just murdered! I thought you were listening. Or aren't you?
I am. I'm trying. But why did you say that? I'm confused, so I'm asking questions. You just keep saying stuff that's... Sorry for that. Just, why would I beat a horse that we actually just agreed that I didn't kill? I messed with Amanda's thing. I didn't kill it. Also, what do you mean beat it?
It's like the worm thing.
I've never even been in a fight before, like with a bat or something.
All I mean is don't keep beating the horse that's now already dead.
I never beat the horse to begin with!
It's like the worm thing. It's already dead, so it'd be a waste of your time and energy.
Sorry for yelling.
And it would just be very mean to the horse. Have you really never heard this before? They all say it all the time.
I haven't heard that before, because I've never been in this situation before. Because I don't like horses.
It's like the worm thing.
What?
The worm thing that we were talking about earlier. Do you remember that? I tried to bring it up a couple of times just now. I couldn't tell if you couldn't hear me or if you didn't know what I was talking about, so you ignored me.
I just didn't hear you. Is this the worm thing that we just talked about a few minutes ago? Because yeah, I remember that. It was a few minutes ago.
Okay, good. You've been acting a little. We were just getting worried, so I'm glad you remember.
So, this is like the worm.
Yeah.
So, I I was wrong about the worm. I was wrong about the horse. So I should beat the horse? Should I beat the horse or not? Main character does weird things. Main character does hard things. Main character does scary things. Main character does things that the other characters don't agree with. But it all works out for them because they're the main character. It can't be over unless I'm happy. Okay, I'm going to go beat a horse that I didn't even ask to get because I didn't want a horse. And now everyone's acting like it's my fault that it's dead, even though I definitely didn't kill it. In fact, I was actually trying very hard to be chill and nice to the horse, even though it was kind of scary, but it's still dead. And I'm going to go beat this horse because you're all making me. If anyone thinks this is a bad idea, please feel free to stop me right now. Fine. I wish I hadn't done that. I'm covered in dead horse.
Do you want some cake? It might make you feel better.
That's not what I said, but okay. I'm covered in dead horse. Sure, I'll have some cake. What were you going to say? Do you have a fork?
No,
How am I supposed to eat the cake then?
you're not.
Oh.
I want to get you that half the cake.
Do you want us to answer that question you just asked?
Sorry?
I accept your apology. You asked what we were going to say earlier, but then you started talking about cake. Do you want us to answer your question?
I have a feeling you'll tell me regardless.
You first.
Well, I was going to say that it's a marathon, not a sprint. We were talking about horses, and you know it's not really about that.
Well, I've never run a marathon before.
It's not really about that either.
So then it's not a very helpful
Analogy?
whatever it is. It's
I was gonna say that actions speak louder than words.
that's just not true.
Oh, so now you're listening.
Did you hear that? Nothing! It sounds like nothing! And guess what? It means absolutely nothing to me. You know what would make this more meaningful? It's if you spoke to me with words. Words that made sense. Words that are louder than whatever this is. Stop it! Stop me! Stop doing things without each other! You were supposed to be here to help me! They were supposed to be antagonists, but I feel like they're the antagonists right now, to be honest! And now I'm here, surrounded by people asking me to build a holy cake I'm not supposed to eat because I'm supposed to have it! Whatever that means! And I'm still covered in divorce! You know what? I'm going to eat this cake. You know what? I have heard that one before. You can't have your cake and eat it too. It's stupid. Why else would anyone have cake and doesn't eat it? And the moral of the story to not have cake? Never eat it? Is that what I'm supposed to be learning? I didn't even really want cake. I just wanted to prove a point. Now I'm covered in cake. Dead horse.
Look, they made their bed and now they're lying in it.
Sorry for yelling.
No, we're sorry.
We were just trying to help you understand.
We didn't realize that
And really, you're doing great.
Yeah, we're all so proud of you. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
that's it.
It is. I don't care.
Fine.
Wait, what? You told me not to care what anyone thinks or to care what they say. It's clear I don't get what they say, and so I decided that I don't care what you all think of me. I don't care that you think I'm doing great. I don't care that you're all proud of me.
How is that all you took away from this? I'm sorry. Does my story have a different moral? Did I miss something?
I don't know, I just got here.
I thought you were the omniscient narrator. You have to have been here forever.
Omniscient and forever are relative terms, aren't they?
They quite literally are not. Why don't you know?
I told you, I just got here.
We got here at the same time.
Yeah, but I've been backstage.
What have you been doing back there?
Waiting.
What?
I've been waiting. They say good things come to those who wait. I've got time, so I was waiting.
Oh my God, you're just like them. So, you were too busy waiting to pay attention to what's going on,
No.
but you don't know the moral of my story.
No. There's more to this story than what's out here.
I mean, when this is over, did you really think we'd still be your supporting characters?
you, and I reached for the glass of water on my nightstand, and it was empty. And I think that I realized that the village is full of babies. And they say to write what